Are you constantly overwhelmed working in your business instead of on your business? Does it feel like you're always trying to put out fires instead of actually grow your business? Well, trust me, I've been there with my detailing business. And I've actually had this detailing business for about 2 years now. And for a whole year, I was wasting my time. I had no proper systems in place, no way to keep track of clients, no way of following up with clients, and I had no retention system. And it was an actual nightmare. I probably wasted hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars because of the lack of systems in place in my business. And most entrepreneurs think that working harder is the actual answer, but the truth is, without proper systems in place, you're just going to be running in circles and you're going to be spending countless hours juggling marketing, client work, admin tasks, and nothing's really going to change. So, what is the solution to this? It's actually systems, automated systems that help you with these repetitive tasks, streamline your marketing, and freeing up time so you can focus on growth in your business instead of working in your business. So, what I'm going to show you guys today is how to actually build these systems from the ground up to create a marketing strategy to help you increase your lead generation and bring in those clients, as well as how to use automation and how you can figure out what you can automate and what you can't automate. So to start out, I'm going to show you guys the thought process on how I created this media agency system, and I'm going to show you what I used, what platform I used to actually create the system, and then kind of some tips and tricks when it comes to marketing and system development. So let's get to it. So here, this is basically the full structure of the entire system. So media agency, what is a media agency? This could be anywhere from a web design agency to digital marketing or even like photography or content creation. So this specific media agency is actually for photography. This is for one of my clients that I'm working with right now. So what I'm doing for him is basically building out his entire system to kind of map out the entire business structure. And from there, I could then see what can be automated, what strategies can we put in place for marketing, and how can you maybe outsource some of this work. So let's get to it. So for the first part of his business is obviously lead generation. Without people knowing about your business, without having eyes on your business, no one will ever want to book, no one will ever want to call because they don't know of you. So the first thing is to get your business in front of a ton of people's eyes. So online marketing, social media, networking, cold outreach, and creating a lead magnet are all different ways of having a client acquisition system. So with online marketing, this is more targeted towards SEO keywords, optimization through your website, Google ads, Facebook meta ads, and online ads are a whole different monster. You can make a whole different video alone on Facebook ads and Google ads. The next part we have is social media. So social media is pretty much like organic marketing. You are creating videos tailored towards the you're creating videos towards that specific audience, whether it's wedding planners, real estate agents, tourism businesses. You're basically creating a portfolio of people to see your work all over the world, and those could potentially become clients. Obviously, you have networking. Being in the Houston area, we can go to a bunch of events in the city where they probably have a bunch of like social networks with other photographers, videographers, maybe even influencers or agencies. You could also attend trade shows like business events and creative meetups to basically connect with more potential clients. We also have cold outreach, and the way you could do cold outreach is actually there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could do it through LinkedIn Sales Navigator, or you could actually use a software that I use personally called instantly.ai. And I'm not affiliated with instantly.ai or anything, but it's a really good process to actually use their platform to get warm leads or warmed emails to send out your cold emailing. So instead of having to nurture your clients and send out multiple emails, you will have that warmed email already where you could send out to different clients. So it kind of, takes a little bit of that process away and makes it a little bit easier for you. And then here we have a lead magnet. So I don't know if you guys are aware of Alex Hormozi or his $100 million offer, but he actually uses this system, the lead magnet, to actually attract clients. And what a lead magnet is basically offering free resources in exchange for an email address. So this right here is the growth strategy that I came up with to basically develop and scale his business. And the first part of this is his offer. So here he has the complete visual media solution, which includes high quality photos, videos, drone shots, all in one package. And this includes editing and post-production, ideal for businesses that need content for websites, social media, and advertising. So obviously this is going to be very high ticket. This is going to be a very premium service. So that's what he's going to market it as a premium service that not anyone could do this. Only he could do this because he has the equipment, the expertise, and so on. And for the second part is the funnels. So how funnels work is funnels start at the top very broad. So with a client seeing your content for the very first time, and how you want that funnel to work is you want to slowly push that client down to where you want them to be. So if you want them to go to a lead form, a website, a calendar call, a scheduled call, you funnel them all the way down until you could reach that desired destination of your clientele. So we had two funnels for this business. We had a funnel for paid ads and a funnel for social media profile follows. And that's basically what we're trying to grow for his business itself. And we have three lead channels. We have a social media DMs is going to be one channel, action-based paid advertisements, and then the lead magnet. And then for the next part, this is a question I ask pretty much for every marketing business or for every business in general. What is your ideal ICP? And what is an ICP? An ICP is your ideal customer profile. And to break down ICP, it is basically what is your business targeting? Who is your target audience? And who do you want to sell your services to? So in a photography business, the ideal ICP would most likely be business owners of clubs, restaurants, and even commercial real estate. So your marketing strategy and your ads change depending on your ICP, whether they're more targeted for business to business, like commercial real estate or clubs or restaurants, or whether it's more business to consumer, where you're more focused on wedding planners, birthdays, graduations. And this changes your entire marketing strategy and even the ads that you produce. And your ideal customer profile is one of the most important things to build, because once you have that ideal customer profile, then you're building a channel, you're building a funnel around qualified leads. So with that being said, this is allowing you to create as many converting systems as possible. So for the next part, I'm actually going to show how these converting systems are put to use. So here we have our Facebook ad strategy. So this falls under the online marketing category. And here we are building a 139 ad structure. And what a 139 ad structure is, it is one campaign, 3 ad sets, and 9 ads. So this way I am able to actually test and see which ads are doing the best. So when it comes to campaigns, ad sets, and ads, they are generally the same on all platforms, whether you're using Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads. All ads are basically going to be the same. You're going to have your main campaign, which I like to describe it as pretty much like a folder for that whole ad project. So for this one, we have premium media, photography, video, and drone services. And the ad set would be these 3 right here. And what an ad set is basically what do you want to get from these ads? Do you want to get traffic? Do you want to get leads? Do you want to get engagement? Do you want them to go to an Instagram post? It's basically like a directory. And then below are the 3 different ads that you would use in that ad set. So here we have the objective of the ad is to get users to visit the one pager. You have the ad messaging on the content that you would be writing in the ad. You have your one pager setup. So a one pager is basically a landing page that your clients will be directed to. That way they could fill out either a lead form or a booking call or even just a straight booking from there. And then here we have the 3 ads for traffic. So this would be the first ad set. And then you can test and you can see which of these ads do the best and you can scale them. For the next parts, you have social media page visits. So basically this could be automated. Whenever someone joins and follows me on Instagram or follows this photography page on Instagram, they could be sent a DM automatically and it could lead them straight to either a website or a booking page or maybe even like a consultation call. And here are the 3 ad copies that we could use for this particular ad set. Here we have ad 1, so showcasing like your portfolio with a carousel. Behind the scenes videos, those are always really good. And then testimonial videos from clients are huge. So this ad right here is actually very good because it actually shows other clients and other business owners talking good about your business. So this gives you credibility, social proof, and many other things. So right here we have our lead magnet, and the objective of the lead magnet is to capture emails, give them free resources. That way we can nurture them and bring them into the business and actually onboard them. Here we have the ad messages for the lead magnet, how you're going to create it. So download our free guide, 5 secrets to stunning visuals for your business. or discover how professional photography and drone shots can elevate your marketing strategy. You can see how these could really pull someone in, especially it being free. People love free stuff, so whenever they get the chance, they'll get it instantly. And then from there, you'll have either a call to action, like getting their free guide, or book a call with you. And then from there, you have a network of people that you could actually communicate with and actually help maybe onboard into your business. And then here are the 3 ads for the lead magnet. You have ad 1, which is highlighting benefits of the free guide. Ad 2, which is basically just sharing snippets of the free resource. So whether it's like a free guide, you could show like free snippets of the guide. And then here for ad 3, you have how your business can actually implement the tips. So this is actually showing implementation of the tips, showing the value, and then showing how it can be used today in your business. And I think this is huge as well. Having a lead magnet, I think, is necessary in every single business, because at the end of the day, if you're working business to business, you have to be creating value in their business to make them money and to make yourself money. So this is definitely one of the most important things to have in your Facebook ad strategy, or even your marketing strategy in general. So here to the next part, we actually have social media marketing. So social media marketing is building your brand. And this kind of falls back to your ICP. When you're building these followers and you're building this brand, you want to attract people that you want to sell to eventually. You want these guys to maybe either be ideal customers or ideal friends, maybe in the industry. So I want my followers to be people in the automation industry, people that have automation businesses, or maybe big companies that want to implement this automation into their business. So here we have our goals, right? Building brand authority, engaging with your audience, and then driving leads. So for our content types, you have different content types for photography. You have So for content types, you have different types of posts for photography business. You have portfolio posts, behind the scenes, and then educational content. And all this could be automated. So you could create a content system, you could make a database, which I have showed in the past on my TikTok. So if you guys want to learn how to make content databases and content management systems, go ahead and check out my TikTok down in the bio. But as we go on, they have a call to action. So call to actions are important. Obviously, you want them to lead them to somewhere. You want to push them down the funnel, and you want to bring them to either your one pager or your website, and then an automated follow-up with like ManyChats or something like that. I've used ManyChats with one of my other clients, and I actually created like an AI chatbot for Facebook. It's really cool software. If you're not familiar with it, I definitely give it a try. So then here we have our cold email outreach. And a lot of people say that cold emailing is dead and cold emailing is terrible because you could just get sent to spam or get blocked. But when you're working business to business, as a business owner, I'm checking my email almost every day to see either if I have a new client, if I have anything from the news, anything from my business that I need to watch out for. So I think cold email outreach is amazing when it comes to business. So here our goal is to build direct connections with businesses or individuals needing your service. So I've actually created videos as well on how you can create automated customized emails to send to these businesses. That way you could get their attention quick, gain their trust, and then end up maybe converting them as a client. So here for photography, our target audience would go back to real estate, event planners, maybe wedding, corporate events, small businesses in tourism, hospitality, and retail, and then social media influencers and content creators. So this is important as well. You have to know your target audience, because if not, you're really just sending, random emails to people that may not, need your business or even want your services. So here you can do a little bit of research and prospecting through LinkedIn sales, or you could actually use web scrapers to actually get all this information, find potential clients, and target people with job titles like, marketing manager or event planner or real estate agent. And I actually made videos on how you can find these keywords through my YouTube content creator generator and my TikTok content creator generator. So if you guys haven't checked that out, it's also in the link in the bio where you can just download it straight. And I use make.com for all of my automations. So if you guys were interested in using make.com for your automations, I highly recommend using make.com. So for the personalized cold emailing, I actually used a tool for instantly.ai, and I was talking about it earlier, but it's really good for personalized email campaigns. And for that, you could have email structure, and you could actually build out templates to basically get something similar to this. So say the subject line, let's elevate your visuals with premium photography. You can make this into a template where it's unique to every single client that you want to send this out to. And then obviously you would need a follow-up email. So like people that don't follow up, or if you get no response, you want to maybe follow up like maybe twice. I would say twice, and maybe three is pushing it. You're like at the brink of that guy, like this guy's annoying, I'm gonna block him. So I'd say two is safe. Keep it at two. Three, okay, you might be pushing a little bit. But there you could also create follow-up themes, and this is basically like showcasing your portfolio links, sharing a recent success story, and then offering like a free consultation. So this kind of just lures them in to kind of want to work with you a little bit more. And the next part is actually the sales process. So this process is pretty similar in a lot of agencies, mainly because a sales process really hasn't changed in the past couple years or even the past decade. So first we have our initial inquiry, which is basically submitting a contact form or calling them to basically get information about their business. And you can use automated email to confirm the receipt and set expectations for the response. So this kind of helps with like your customer service and stuff like that. And then next you have a discovery call to kind of get on a call, understand what they need for the project, their goals, and their budget, which is super important. You want to obviously have these qualified leads. That way when you're talking to them about this stuff, it's something that'll make sense towards your business. Obviously, if it's someone that just started their business and they don't have the budget to work with you, you wouldn't want to bring those leads into your business ideally. You'd want to focus maybe mid to large size businesses that have the funding and budget to kind of invest into your business. So here also you could present portfolios to kind of show your value, show your ideas, and show like what their vision is to kind of help get the sense of that. And then obviously a custom proposal with details of the proposal, with the project scope, pricing, deliverables, and timeline, which I think is really needed, especially if you're in an agency. It really shows the professionalism of your agency whenever you have these custom tailored proposals for the specific client. And you could also include like upselling options like drone footage, retouching, or additional event coverage. So here we have our contract and payment. So obviously you're going to send them over like a digital signature where y'all both sign. And I always do a 50% deposit, and I recommend that for most contract-based businesses. That way they are locked in with that 50% deposit, and at the end of the project, once they are satisfied with the work, then they could pay the full 50% at the end. And then for the next part, we have onboarding. So for the onboarding process, we have a welcome packet, and this can vary from business to business. But in photography, I think a welcome packet is great. You can make like a pamphlet on what they could expect, preparation tips for the shoot, FAQs, and you can include calendar links to actually schedule the photo shoot in your welcome packet to kind of help streamline that process. Here we have our pre-shoot consultation. So this will probably be like a one-on-one talk about the shoot's plans, location, angles, lighting, preferences. And for drone shots, you could confirm that necessary permissions, and you can discuss any local regulations. So I'm pretty sure you have to actually have like a license for like flying drones and stuff now. But you would have to go over them with that on proper safety with it, I'm pretty sure. And then here we have our project management setup. So this is actually on the business side of things. This is adding them to your CRM or project management tool, and then sharing a timeline and key milestones with the client. So this is another added value to the customer service side. They get to see exactly where you are on their project, and they get to see the milestones of their project as you're working, which is super important to have very clear steps of your process with the business. So then here for the fulfillment process, we have shooting. So obviously for photography, they'd have the shooting process where they're capturing the videos, the pictures, using drones for the aerial shots, and then like obviously they would be asking the client for real-time reviews and on-site satisfaction basically. Here we have editing, which is basically post editing and stuff like that, enhancing photos, and then sending that to the client to make sure everything's good. So obviously a revision process would also be probably a good thing to add. I could probably add that later on, adding like a revision process here, like a revision step 1, editing, and then revision step 2. So this kind of shows that systems could also grow and change, and you could also add to the systems whenever you realize, oh, I need this system in place, I need to add this. And it's very minor, but it's a small step that'll save you the hassle of constant revisions to projects. So instead of having to make 30 different revisions at 30 different times, instead you can make 2 specific days or 2 specific times when you tell the client, get 2 revisions, one after the shoot and one after editing. And then after that, it is finalized. As we move on, he actually doesn't have a retainership process. So I gave him a couple ideas that he could use. He could either do like a monthly or quarterly subscription plan where he's basically working with them on a monthly basis or even like a quarterly basis. Here we have a content creation bundle where he's including like different packages and stuff in his bundle. A loyalty discounts where, I'm not really a big fan of this one, but it is, a way to keep people coming after, for long periods of time. Here we have a retainer for content management. So if he was to actually go and manage their content for them, be able to post it on social media, update their portfolio regularly, pretty much a social media manager. And then here we have exclusive access, offering exclusive add-ons like priority booking, advanced editing, or strategy consultations. And then for the last part, we have offboarding. So if a client does not want to work with you again, if they don't want to be on your retainership, then you would have to offboard them. And to make this nice and smooth for your client, I actually made this system right here. So a project wrap up would basically be conducting a final review, basically a quality check to ensure satisfaction. Here we have feedback requests, which is basically asking for like a feedback via survey or one-on-one, basically getting your testimonial. That way you can use that testimonial, obviously with their permission, use that testimonial to kind of show others your projects and what you've been working on. And then here we have an offboarding email, basically sending them a thank you. A thank you goes a long way, especially working with these businesses. You're not really just working with these businesses. You're building relationships with these owners. You're expanding your network. These are, maybe becoming lifelong friends. And especially them coming to you to work, it shows that they trust you, that the work you do is good. So here you could also include like an offer or reminder for these retainer packages. And then obviously here we have the follow-up. So, in a few weeks or maybe a month after, you could follow up with another offer or, maybe your monthly subscription again. And then here you want to stay connected. You want to add them to your email, newsletter. You want them to keep track of your business. You want them to see what you're doing, how you're growing, what you're keeping up with. And then maintain engagement on social media by tagging them in relevant posts. Yeah, so if you want to work with them again, like I said, you're not just building a job. You're not just doing a job for this client. You're building a relationship, you're building a friendship, and what you want to shoot for is a long-term relationship with this client. And that's actually how you get the most out of your offboarding process. You don't want to just, say goodbye, I'm done working with you, later, I'll never speak to you again. You want to build that connection. You want to stay connected with them and keep them around because they're not just a client, they're not just people you work with. They're part of your network now. They're part of your friendships. They're part of your, your partnerships. So now that we finished diving into this media agency system and kind of talking about what I did, what I built out, and kind of showing you how everything worked, this is actually the platform I used to build it. It is called Whimsical. It's free, totally easy to use. And I use it for all my system build outs, for workflows, for mind maps. I use it for pretty much everything. And if you guys were looking to actually build out systems yourself, let me know in the comments what business you want me to build out, and I could make videos on a step-by-step process on how I build out these systems from scratch to, looking like this. And some of these systems, are huge. This is only like a medium-sized business, and if we were working with large enterprise scale businesses, these systems would be so much larger because they'll have so many more different branches of their business. So now that I showed you guys how I built out these systems and how I built out my marketing strategy, if you guys were interested in me doing this in your business, the link in my bio has my website where you can actually book a call with me to actually build out your entire system right in front of you. Feel free to also follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, where I actually create these automations for these specific systems, allowing you to streamline 70 to 80% of these processes. And if you guys actually wanted to check out those automations, the link in my bio has free templates where you could actually test them out today on make.com. So thank you guys for watching. And if you guys want to learn more about systems, automation, AI, and exactly how I do my marketing, then feel free to follow down below, subscribe, like the video, and comment down any systems, any automation solutions that you need done. And I will make videos on them as soon as possible.